up, my good people? My good people, welcome to another edition of the TBH Tyler and Brian Hour podcast. Episode 29, is it? Or 28?
You have the notes. 28.
It's 28. But we want to give a special Merry Christmas to everybody out there, families, friends, lovers, whatever. This is, I think it's our first actual Christmas special podcast. Ain't it?
Well,
I feel like we haven't did one before.
still got to introduce podcast, brother man.
Oh yeah, I know that, but still.
Introduce podcast, brother man, so we go flow. Like,
Okay, but
you can tell Tyler don't do that.
I don't lead. I hate leading. But I'm going to introduce it to my boy, my brethren. Be heard. You got anything for us?
What's up, everybody? Merry Christmas, indeed. This is the first time we ever did something on the actual holiday. So just talking about it, we got a good episode. We got the gang with us. We ain't never did no shit like this. So I don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how it's gonna sound. Tyler, you want to introduce who we got around us?
Let's see. To my right, we got our boy Killer K, Kalob. Say hi to the people, Caleb.
Hey, what's up? Originally wasn't supposed to be a part of the podcast, but I'm here, so I chop it up with my brothers.
Might as well hop on.
Curtis the shooter, right? And then to my left, we got the returning King Aguilar. Cesar, you want to say something for the people?
What's up, everyone? Happy to be here. Feel very welcome. Family. Always be number one spot on the map for me. Des Moines, Iowa in general. Really, appreciate being invited onto the show. By Brian and Tyler.
Hey, he's on.
Hopefully, you guys enjoy it when you're listening, and if you don't, I don't know what to tell you.
And then to my further left, we got our boy, our longtime friend Saul. Saul, say something for the people.
How's it going?
Yeah, that's our boy. You don't talk much. He stays in the cut.
Hey.
But so with the returning king, how's your Christmas been?
A little hungover, so it's nice. Woke up to some Christmas gifts. It's really great seeing everyone. It's funny, this is probably my second visit this year. Last time was just, a short sort of family trip to help move. So it's nice to see that things have changed. There's a lot of different stuff going on here in Des Moines, but for lack of a better word, there isn't much that's changed. It's always home.
Right.
Holidays certainly getting smaller, but for the most part, still feels great. Surrounded by people I know care about me, people I care about. I probably one of my best Christmases in a while, so hopefully I can keep it going and keep moving forward like that with everything else to come.
Why didn't I see you last time?
Last Christmas?
Yeah.
I was in Arizona.
No, like the last time you came here.
Oh, so yeah, what ended up happening was my mom and sisters had changed their mind and decided to move back to Iowa.
Right.
And I decided to stay, so I was down there, in an apartment, and I was literally here for a day.
Oh yeah. I remember you told me about that. But so Saul, how'd your Christmas go?
I'll just spend it with the family, just cousins, aunts, uncles, really.
Did you guys? I know you're still hungover. Did you drink yet? Have you been drinking?
Not at all. Just 2 beers.
What? Why?
It's just a family. COVID's just ruined everything.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck, I've been drunk for 27 hours.
I might have the intervention episode because Brother Man is wilding. All these alcoholic drinks up here.
They're about gone.
Bro, they were up here last time I was here last week. Like, at least a few of these were higher up than they are.
Yeah, it's been a rough week. I'm not gonna lie, people. But
so did you have a good Christmas then, Tyler?
My Christmas was all right. Got to see my mom, got to see my brother, nephew, and stuff like that, and seeing him open up his presents. So that's always a good thing for me, as far as my spirit goes, because kids. It seems like that kids have this, obviously this pureness about them as far as like the Christmas and everything goes. So, it's always good for me to kind of, be able to see that and kind of reminisce about how my Christmases went over the years. I can tell you my best Christmas. My best Christmas was fucking, it had to been what?
I'm just trying to figure out who asked, but go ahead, get your shit off.
But I would say my best Christmas was probably like when I was 11 or 12 years old. I literally got a PS2, and then I got literally every single WWE game that there was, like SmackDown versus Raw, WWF, the first one, and then WWE, Here Comes the Pain. Like, I did not leave my fucking room that entire day. And I also got, like, you remember the action figure where they have the steel cage and then the elimination chambers and shit? Yeah, I got one of those too. So, yeah, my whole room was
Sound
decked.
like kids just talking about the damn thing. Caleb, how was your Christmas?
No, I didn't do much. Just spend time with the family.
Isn't this like your first week back in town? Because I swear to God, Caleb, this nigga went on tour, like COVID was the
He
thing.
really did. He was like,
And
We
he had to
went
let
down to
Snapchat.
Oklahoma to cut some trees down. They had an ice storm down there, so we linked up with another tree business and just started tackling stuff.
I bet y'all made a lot of money too, huh?
It was pretty decent.
You
Bro,
paid by
just-
the trees, or you paid by like the hours?
I'm paid hourly, so they'll go out and bid jobs, and then for however much. Usually our average is probably around 5-6K a job, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
dude, just tell, are you a lumberjack? Like, high key, like, bro, is that what you're becoming right now?
I feel like he's everything but the flannels. Like, that's the only thing he's missing.
He just needs the Levi jeans.
Bro, the Wranglers.
It's cool. I like it. Probably not something I'm gonna do long term, but it's fun just to have that skill under your belt and be able to do that.
Never have
Other than that, yeah, I just got back not too long ago. Been on break pretty much. Haven't been working much, so I'm just chilling until
The
start
next fall.
back again.
So then Christmas was good, nothing too crazy happened. All right.
Nah, just normal stuff.
Good. I would say my Christmas was pretty good actually because we actually opened presents Christmas Eve, which we had never did as long as I was a kid. I'm like, yo, let's open up presents Christmas Eve. She's like, nah, just wait till midnight. I'm like, yo, let's open up Christmas. She's like, nah,
Right.
wait till midnight. Then she just came out of nowhere. She was like, fuck, you want to open up presents? I was like, shit, I did it before work. So then that was cool. Got a lot of good gifts and clothes and things of that nature. And then we actually went to my grandparents today, which was a real nice surprise because last holiday I was telling you guys on the podcast that I didn't go to Thanksgiving. So the fact that I was able to see my grandparents, I hadn't seen them since like my birthday, I want to say. That was real nice. And that definitely hit home. And yeah, COVID just sucks. It kind of took a lot of the fun out as far as holidays go. Like because like, this is for anyone in the room right now. Does it feel like Christmas to any of y'all? Like, fuck no.
No.
It ain't felt like Christmas for a while, even before COVID, honestly.
Mhm.
Just that magic's not there.
And
I mean,
I definitely was like one of those people that like always would have like the number of days in the back of your mind. Like, oh,
Right.
it's the 10th, so it's 15 days left. It never like I did. It was like subconsciously way back there, but it never really like oh shit. It's like 5 days. Like that shit just kind of happened. Because like even yesterday, I was like, damn, Christmas is really tomorrow. It just kind of flew by. And the fact that it's on a Friday too, you think it would be like the greatest celebration ever, but it's just really not.
Have you noticed that every single holiday has been like on a weekend this year?
Yeah, I want to say like I actually just seen the tweet. I wish I liked this. I could pull it up, but it was like things that aged poorly because I think like Valentine's was like Friday. I want to
Yeah.
say Thanksgiving was obviously Thursday, but then that Black Friday right there. So that weekend, and I want to say New Year's is next Friday, so it's like a 3-day weekend of New Year's celebration. So it sounds lit as far as 2020 goes, but 2020 is the worst year ever. So I don't know.
I really can't even complain about 2020, honestly. I don't know. I don't want to interject or nothing,
No,
but
right.
it's just, I feel like it was really eye-opening for a lot of people. A lot of people had an opportunity to see things that they can improve on.
Right.
I know I've done it myself. I've seen everyone in this room do it, so I really like that. I mean, it may have been tough on people who, can't see their families and can't do a lot, but, granted, there's so many things that went on outside that everyone I'm close to, I got to see them grow as a person and do new things that they like and sort of be in a safer environment versus some of the other things going on in the world. So that's one thing I can say I can't really complain about with 2020. Although it did suck, it just something good at least came out of it from my point of view.
And then one thing I do want to mention too is like I said many times on the podcast before, like after this shit, say COVID does go away, some hypothetical with the vaccine or whatever you believe, I personally, I think I'm still gonna wear a mask relatively. Like I've had maybe 2 colds this whole year, and like that's obviously because of the mask. So I'm kind of like, damn, like you motherfuckers really work, because like usually I'm always sick like once or twice, like down for a week and it feels terrible. I'm talking no cough, no sneezing. It's actually insane. So I might take that from that. And then also with 2020, I feel like that, you know how like your parents or just any relatives or like older figure that you look at and respect kind of always say like, oh, you want to stay because of the case of emergencies, the case of this happens, the case of this happens. I think this is the ultimate showing of shit went left, shit was bad.
Right.
Did you save? Were you being a responsible adult?
Fuck no.
You taking care of the stuff you needed to take care of. And yeah, 2020 hit hard.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that this year was going to be like this until probably around like summer. That's when like I started thinking that, oh shit, you know, things are shutting down. You know, we're gonna have to be in like our house for an extended fucking period of time. There's not gonna be shit to do. Like for me,
Half-ass quarantine from the U.S.
yeah, right? But
mind you, everybody else did a full lockdown and they're living their best life right now.
exactly. Like,
They're partying in China right now.
So like I don't know. For me, it was one of those things where like, I mean, I'm trying to be kind of a little bit introverted anyway, like just kind of keep to myself.
You're not about that lifestyle.
I'm trying.
You're not about it.
I'm fucking trying.
You're too social.
You think so?
I think so. I mean, every time we go out, you know, I mean, granted, it's not for a lack of trying. It's just everybody bombards your phone like, it's Tyler going, you know.
I think, so I'm introverted, but you're
Well, this is only the third time I've ever seen you in like real
That's
life.
probably true. But like that's what I'm saying. I'm introverted, you're introverted, but you follow like that Kendrick Lamar like song, like shit, I don't do this. But shit, I went to homies. Homies going out, homies being social, this, stuff, that. Let's do it.
Yeah, I get that, but fuck, I don't know. I wouldn't say that this year was like completely fucking bad, but I mean,
No,
granted, these last couple months for me have been kind of challenging. I'll give myself that. But like, I mean, it was one of those things where it's like, I mean, you just got to kind of just roll with the punches, I guess, as far as, you know, everything that's going on.
How are you guys' 2020? Like, y'all want to speak on 2020 at all?
Pretty stressful, you know. Got a lot of like, I had like a couple relatives that came down with COVID.
Damn.
Yeah. No, I had an uncle that was in Perry, almost died of it, so it was pretty bad.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So everybody else is healthy then?
Yeah, everybody's healthy.
What about you, kid?
Year hasn't been too bad. Just been working a lot, so haven't really been up to speed with what's going on with COVID, really.
This man lives on another universe. he just got back to Earth, like.
They're like, damn, y'all here looking like this?
No, my year hasn't been bad, though. Nothing really that I would say has been terrible for me personally.
So I was affected. So I'm technically not an essential worker. I got laid off. Did anyone else get laid off for a little bit? No.
Almost.
Almost? Okay.
Yeah, then they got quarantined in the Philippines.
Oh, wow.
My job was getting outsourced, so.
Oh, wow. So basically, I got laid off technically because I didn't want to work. They wanted me to work like...
Texas Roadhouse still? Or?
Yeah, they wanted me to work like 11 to 8, like every day, like Monday to Friday. I was like, I'll do 11 to 4. Also, we're in a fucking pandemic. Like, we're in a pandemic. I'm not really trying to be out whatever I don't have to be.
Right.
And so they didn't like that. So then I took 5 or 6 weeks just to get unemployment, which sucked. But like that March through May, I was living my best life. I was happy being in quarantine and lockdown, and because I didn't work, I was chilling. Caught hella animes. I was happy.
He's doing the same shit he's been doing.
But it was more the same, and it was like, it wasn't that bad. It didn't really hit me. Like this year, to go to Tyler's point, go back to that, there's 2 times it really hit me. I think one when Kobe died. Like Kobe that shit was just wild. Like, it's like, how the fuck Kobe Bryant died? You know what I mean? And he's done so much in his life that, like, I was like, damn, I really did shit if Kobe died.
Right.
I feel like he just started living his life. And then, like, kind of March, I think it was like around the 13th through like the 17th, like kind of before we closed. Like, they were rumoring that was going to close potentially and things of that nature. And I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Like, my boss, like, he might slow us down, like, maybe cut out tables and spaces, but he ain't finna close down. They ain't finna make us shut down. Sure enough, it was March 17th. I was supposed to go to work that day. I was like, hey, nigga, we gone. Like, we locked down.
Right.
Oh, this shit is real. So, yeah, I mean, 2020 has just been an interesting year.
Like, hey, you know what I got to thinking the other day about this whole, like, being in quarantine thing?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I got to thinking about, like, after you done played all your games, after you done ate all your snacks, what's left in your house to actually do? Like, you just walking around the house on your phone? Because that's basically what I was doing this entire time. Like,
well, if I go on lockdown again, I have to clean up the crib. Like, I'm doing hella productive shit. Like, the first time I just chilled, but like this time I actually want to do stuff around the house and like start like being productive.
I've been learning to cook some more, so that was one
thing I
thing.
want to do too.
I don't have the patience to cook.
Bro, it takes less than 20 minutes for like 90% of the meals. The only time it takes a while is when you gotta let it. Like,
What the fuck you be cooking?
steak, rice, chicken and beans.
Oh, he
rice.
be meal prepping now.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, it does.
I keep meal prep. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's
Bro,
good.
meal prepping is like the same as cooking. You're just eating the same thing.
But it's not like you making exotic meals. You just
What I'm saying is, sometimes you gotta put that effort in if you want to enjoy that.
true. I mean, I want to start meal prepping. I want to start like cooking more like that. But I think the hardest part about cooking is there's so many different. Like, you could add one seasoning and fuck up your whole dish. Like, there's so many different things where it's like you gotta find out what works for you or what tastes good. So like that's the scary part about meal prepping. But I want to start.
Get out there and try it. Get your experience up.
Can you cook it?
Decent.
No, you can't.
No, you can't.
Last Thanksgiving.
Bro, I was there last Thanksgiving.
2 years
The
ago.
4th of July, your mom really fucked that kitchen up.
She did.
It just runs in the family. We all can cook.
Bro.
I ain't never seen Caleb cook nothing. I seen him eat back. I ain't never seen him cook.
I ain't seen this man touch a grill.
I've heard about the family. I heard about Caleb and all the brothers. I ain't get a plate yet. Like, what's up with
You gotta come through. You never come through.
Y'all don't invite me. When have y'all invited me?
It'd be so random when he does something, though.
Tyler be swiping up on my stories when I post food or something, and he'll be like,
Bro, I ain't got at that time. I got a plate and I like got the items.
I'd be forgetting. No, see, here's what I do. I'd be forgetting that I actually swiped up and said, "Hey, I'm coming over to get a plate," and then you'd be like, "All right," and then like two hours later, I'd be like, "Damn, I'm sorry, bro."
Yeah, if I could, y'all can get a plate whenever, and y'all just gotta hit me up.
I think it was
I
like
have to come get it.
You're not even the cooker in your family. You're Cameron is. Shout out to Cam.
He comes shout out to Cam. He been doing this thing in the kitchen. He was selling plates legitly for a minute. I don't know if you're gonna start back doing that or what's going on.
those are the high key spots to go to though.
What?
For real.
I'd rather go
Places,
to a-
people's cooking like got the kitchen right there and they're cooking plates. You just slide through. Yeah, I've had some good places like that.
It's always the hole in the wall places for me that I like. And what?
Next time.
I'm really hoping restaurants just go down. Fuck them. I know that's your industry.
I was
that's
saying.
what we're doing. Like, I'm saying, like, I'm
Damn.
talking big chains, like, because like we don't really need that. I mean, I've had better times at like a local restaurant and everything than I ever had at like a big restaurant like Olive Garden. I haven't been to an Olive Garden in 10 years.
I mean, isn't Texas Roadhouse a big chain?
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like
They have
can-
like a couple in Iowa, don't they?
I may or may not work at Texas Roadhouse too. I don't want to indict myself for anything I've said. But yeah.
Never mind. May or may not. If allegedly he works
Allegedly,
there.
of course. You can't see, but do air quotes.
Hypothetically.
But hypothetically speaking, right.
If I were to work at
But I mean, yeah, that spot that Tyler showed me the last time we went out to eat, that was pretty good.
Where we go to?
It was literally a hole in the wall. Like, it was on the edge. There was a bridge right there. I want to say it was
Oh, he's talking about mullets.
Mullets?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, I don't think I've been there.
It's by the river.
It's by the. It's
really
like
good.
Like, it was cool.
it's literally it's like, oh fuck, it's like back behind the Principal Park.
Yeah,
like,
you know,
sort of
across
there.
the pedestrian bridge by Principal Park. No,
No.
gotta show you that. There's a big fish on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was solid. That was like the last like small hole in the wall type restaurant I've been to.
They have like literally the best breakfast selections I've ever seen there.
Yeah, breakfast be slapping. You
Yeah.
can always go to breakfast.
So, about your new life in fucking Arizona.
I mean, to be honest, not much has changed. I switched companies within the last couple months. I went from a financial institution, basically a bank, handling student loans and credit cards. It was really depressing, especially with the pandemic going on. There was days where people were calling in about deferring a payment, and they barely could pay their bills, getting all kinds of late fees and stuff, and it was just like really stressing me out. So I had to switch. So now I work at I'm sure you can already guess, it's a place where you could buy a car online from the comfort of your couch. I hate that job. I've never liked any job I've worked at.
Kind of same, yeah.
But other than that, plenty of gyms in Arizona. Nightlife is amazing. If I had friends there, I'd probably be out, but I really don't. A lot of nice things to do locally, a lot of local restaurants. You gotta find them.
I guess that's just shitty timing too. Of like when you move to Arizona and for like this to happen. What part of Arizona do you live in?
So I live in Goodyear,
Okay.
which is kind of like the Altoona to Des Moines, or like the Ankeny.
So then, all right. Well, since we both lived in Arizona, we got this conversation. I live in Mesa. What would you say, Mesa? I think Mesa's like
Is Mesa the hood?
kind of.
I'll be honest,
It's not as bad as you think, but yeah, it's kind of the hood.
It's a little far, and it's not really a reason to go out there, to be honest.
I thought Tucson was bad.
Tucson's like University of Arizona.
Yeah.
Where I lived was closer. I lived near Tempe because I went to Arizona State.
Right.
So I was like, that was like my neighbor, I guess.
Oh.
But I just lived in Mesa because everything in fucking Tempe was expensive as fuck. So I had to get an apartment in Mesa.
Oh, an apartment on the lake in Tempe is $3,000.
Are you fucking serious?
Dead serious.
Mm-hmm.
An
$3,000.
apartment.
Yeah.
Like,
There were some
Studio?
There were some one beds that were like apart. Like it'd be technically like a 2 or 3 bed.
Right.
But you would only get one bed. And, like you had to pay for that one bed, and it would be like $1,000 type shit. Like that's how some of the places went. Luckily, the place
$12.50.
I got in Mesa was like $9.
you gotta be shitting me,
For
bro.
2?
You pay $12.50
For a one bedroom.
for
yeah.
one bedroom.
It's got like
Why'd you just
washer,
do-
dryer, and everything.
Why
How
don't you
much
just
square
do a
feet?
studio?
Because I got my girlfriend in there too and everything.
Oh, whoa. Tell us about this. You got a girlfriend?
Yeah, she's black and Mexican too, is the cool part.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cute.
That's dope.
A match made in heaven.
Yeah. Right.
Now, did you meet her here? Or did you
No,
meet her-
I met her when we actually started the same job, actually at that bank. She still works there. She doesn't like it and everything, but yeah, things have been good so far for us. I don't know, like most of it is just slowly trying to make sure we keep things interesting because we live together. You know, we've talked about it. You know, it's not easy. That's one thing that hit couples hard probably is COVID, living with each other and constantly being around each other. Like, you know, it's like, I'm with you, you know, like what else do we need to do to spice things up? So that's why I introduced the entire baking idea because I've never been a good baker.
And it's like you're almost creating something together, so it has like that little aesthetic to it.
Yeah.
So I can see that. But yeah, I love living in Arizona. The only thing that was really hard to get adjusted to was how far it fucking was. Like I said before on the podcast, I keep referencing old shit I said on other podcasts. Go listen to other podcasts. Man, rate this shit 5 stars on that. Anyway, I was saying all that to say that like 15 minutes here, like you probably get from like one side of Des Moines to the other side, or like West Des Moines, Ankeny, Altoona, da da da. 15 minutes in Arizona, bro, you still on the same like,
You
street.
just down the street a little bit.
Like, just, that shit is spaced out. It's kind of crazy.
I don't know. It's always crazy for me to think about like different states and that type of aspect, like how far away some shit could be to like other cities or places and things like that. I mean, on the outside looking in, fuck. Yeah, last year when I went to Oregon and to visit our friend Brent, shout out to Brent. Fucking literally from Newport to where he was at, it took 2 hours.
I believe it. Because, like, even. What was I going to say? I wanted to say something. I just drew a blank. I hate when that shit happens. Somebody else talking.
But yeah, like from Newport, and we only probably went to like 3 places. We went to Eugene where Brent lives, and then we went to Portland, and then we went to Newport, which is like on the coast, like where like the ocean and stuff is. And from those Pacific areas, I would say it was like an hour to 2 hour stretch in each of those directions. So, like, it's always crazy for me to think that, like, we obviously living in, like, Iowa our lives as far as going from Ankeny to Ames to, you know, Iowa City to Des Moines to wherever, you know, it seems like it's not that far for us because obviously we lived here, but, like, I don't know, it's just one of those things where it's just something that you got to adapt to while living in the state.
So I guess the question is, for the 3 people who haven't lived in another state in the podcast, where would you guys like want to live? Or have you lived somewhere else?
Yeah, I was born in Cali.
Oh, okay. Oh, how was that?
I was like 5 years old when I was there.
Oh, shit.
So expensive.
Very a lot.
What part of Cali, Saul?
Oh, like central region, Watsonville, California.
Oh shit!
Home of the strawberries. Nobody lived there, but like
right.
We were struggling to pay bills over there. It was like what, over like $2,000 an apartment or something like that.
Jesus fucking.
So we came over here, and we got a house. Everything worked out fine.
Right.
Yeah.
But I miss it though.
Yeah, I do want to go.
Do you visit? Do you visit all there?
Last time I went was 2013, I think.
Right.
I'm going back next year though.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It's so weird too, because like Cali is just one of those states where like I only went for a trip. I went for a tournament, and like niggas were saying, "Oh, that's SoCal right there. That's NorCal." Right? And, like they divided up so much. I'm like, well, you're all California. Like, nah, that's SoCal. That's SoCal.
Didn't they talk
Yeah.
about dividing up California into like 3 states or something like
Yeah,
that?
yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so
Right,
fucking
big
big.
enough.
Well, because like the far north by like I think Washington or Oregon. Who's up above Cali?
Oregon.
Yeah, so that wooded area is like all white people and they're all like Republican, conservative
Right.
and shit. So they want to like break off from these liberals and shit like that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Like,
I
is that
hope
us?
they don't do that because then that's just adding more states.
Yeah.
So that I think we got a nice number now. But,
I don't think they will though.
yeah, I don't know. Well, Caleb, where would you want to live?
What would they even call? Like it'd be like Northern Cal,
No, they call
Southern Cal, Central Cal, or something
That
like
would be the
that.
best way to split this. If you're gonna split one up,
I read into it. They want to call it Jefferson or some shit like that.
yeah.
Yeah, gross.
Has like an entire state.
Yeah, gross
Jefferson.
and shit. Yeah, Jefferson State.
I wouldn't be from Jefferson.
Such and such Jefferson.
You don't even want to live there.
Nah.
You should get beat up.
Do them dirty in front of their dad.
Oh my god. Yeah,
There's
bro.
not another state like that you could just split up or even talk about splitting up like that.
Probably Texas.
Texas is.
Florida.
I thought about moving to Texas actually.
Somebody told me that literally Texas is like 2 different states in one. Like one's a desert.
If I don't pick California, I'm definitely looking at Texas.
It's super. It's cheap there.
Yeah,
It's-
those states
really?
tax.
Yeah, I got a lot of customers that I talked to. They're in California. They said like they make really good money in California and they're just barely getting by. They said anywhere else we'd be doing well off.
Huh.
I had a lady wanted to move and do her title and registration because like I think the taxes on a car there is almost $2,000 or more, just in taxes alone.
Yeah, it's
Right.
expensive. And then you don't have to pay state tax in Texas because of probably all the traffic tolls and all that stuff. Texas is real nice too.
You guys should pull a Joe Rogan and move to Texas.
There you go. But this nigga want to live in New York and be in the borough and shit. And pay
Well, you gonna
$4,000
be in a broom closet.
Yeah, that's $4,000 for the room.
Be in a straight ass line hallway.
Right, move your arm. Right here,
I don't know. Out of all the 130 places of this continent that you've been in, Caleb, where would you live?
Honestly, I just got back from OKC, but I can see myself living there. I have family there. I enjoyed myself while I was down there, so that's one possibility. Texas is the same deal. Got family and friends down there. Sure, I can find something to do while I'm not working in my free time.
But I gotta live. Also, you gotta live in one of them. I gotta live in the city too. Like, I'm not moving to the state to live in a not at the
You want to
morning.
be like deep in the city, or
I just want somewhere nice.
It's affordable in Phoenix. I thought about moving closer to Phoenix. That's where my original apartment was. I was in Glendale, which is basically technically Phoenix.
Nigga, you was in the rich part. That's long.
No, Glendale ain't rich. Glendale, bro, I've seen crackheads. Like, I've seen more crackheads in Phoenix than I've ever seen in my life.
No, downtown Phoenix is ghetto as hell.
Bro, I saw people sleeping in bus stops. I was like, oh, that's cute. They're waiting on their butt. Oh, they got their whole house.
Like,
They got their whole
we
house.
literally went to the Drake concert, me and my cousin, and then walked in Phoenix, and I was just like, nigga, we could get robbed at any point. I'm like, that shit was ratchet as hell. But yeah, I really just passed through Oklahoma, so I didn't really get to see it. So you must have seen more than that.
I would want to move to Kansas City or St. Louis. Those places seem like they'd be nice.
You also get shot, like Kansas City, St. Louis. Well, St. Louis especially. I'll never look. Love Nelly, big Nelly fan. St. Louis, go woo. But niggas, that shit. I felt nervous as hell when we passed through St. Louis. It's like, can we speed up a little bit?
You ever think what's the most dangerous part of Iowa? I mean, clearly Des Moines is the capital, but what do you think is more the dangerous neighborhood?
That'd be the West Side.
Yeah.
The West Side of
West
Des Moines.
Side?
Bro, I don't feel comfortable there. And I grew up near there.
Yep.
I just.
You sure about that?
I mean, I don't think anywhere in Des Moines is I'll be honest. In relation to everywhere else, I've been Phoenix.
You would literally have to ask for trouble in Des Moines. I personally feel.
Yeah.
There's gangbangers here. I was like, well, no. I know there's
Relax.
neighborhoods you can't go into.
You don't live here, bro. Relax a little bit. We still live. Get the podcast shut up. But I would say if we had to pick someone dangerous, I got a challenge for you. Don't actually do this challenge. I'm being fucking sarcastic. But go to Forest Park. Stand there for 24 hours. See if you don't get punched in your eye. I would probably say Forest Park or the West Side, like you said.
Dude, I walked around. This was literally when we were still in high school, about 16, 17. And Brent, shout out to Brent again. We literally were at Forest Park playing basketball, walking around at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Around that central area. Okay, you know where the park is, and then the hoops. And then around it is a whole fencing, and then fucking the library on the other side. Yeah, we walked around that shit just casually, like we wasn't teenagers.
I seen one time I went the last time I went to Forest Park to play basketball. It was a group of us, and then it was some two other dudes, and we was hooping. We was playing full court. Then we stopped and we started playing on the other side. And sure enough, one guy missed the jump shot, and they took it. Just went to the other side of the court. And one of us tried to get the ball back. He was like, oh, you trying to what? Almost like he was about to flash a gun. He's like, I don't like basketball. I went home. I was like, man, y'all got it. I was like, God damn. But what's the next topic?
So I wanted to ask you since you're down.
We have two other guests too, brother, man.
Okay, well then I want to ask everybody, what do you think as far as the social life between here and then anywhere else? Anywhere else that you just visited? Because for me, Oregon is just, it's pretty earthy, I guess. There's a lot of...
Go out, though, right?
Oh, we went out.
I'm talking during the day or night? What do you mean by social? Are you just talking about throughout the whole day, or are you talking about the night experience?
A little bit of both, because we went out during the day, but we were out so much that it spanned into the night, and so I don't know, Oregon, as far as that, it's kind of earthy, obviously, a lot of forests and stuff like that. There's a lot of lighthouses that I didn't know about in Oregon, and they were pretty fucking sweet.
Hey, it's Oregon. Just move there.
I heard Eugene's
Okay,
pretty
fine.
affordable.
Eugene?
Yeah. People are moving from Portland to Eugene. I don't know. I'll be honest. I make friends anywhere. I mean, I made a couple friends on my flight. One dude was actually a pro soccer player from California.
Really?
Yeah, he got paid. They paid him to fly out to Atlanta to play, and there's like $50,000 cash prizes to the winning team. He's got photos. He's verified by like these other soccer things. So like.
Yeah, you must talk to that nigga a lot.
Right?
Well, I mean, I had 2 hours before my flight was even, gonna be there for boarding and everything. So, I mean, making friends, I feel like, is easy anywhere. Social life, nightlife, that's, as long as you're a sociable person, as long as you don't have a problem talking to people, I think it would be fine anywhere except for California. I've met plenty of Californians in Arizona, and trust me, some of them are not nice. Like, I don't know what I did wrong. I said, hey, how are you? And they just was not having it. Even just excuse me, I just need to get past you. They were not. I'm like, I don't know what I could have done.
It really also probably depends on where you meet them at. Too. Like a lot of motherfuckers ain't nice at the airport. So I think everybody, the whole point of the airport is to go from point A to point B. Also, that Phoenix airport is kind of ass.
Which one? The Mesa one? Because the Mesa one is just ghetto.
The Mesa one is nice.
The Mesa one is not nice.
It's not ghetto.
It's smaller than Des Moines.
Exactly. All you gotta do is go on one flight. You good. Like, I like that.
I like the Sky Harbor one.
Man,
that one's nice.
It's nice, but it's so fucking busy, and then the underground like tunnel they got and shit. That's annoying. Like, I didn't really like it.
I think you're doing too much with it. Like, that's probably why you didn't like it. You gotta live simpler while you're there. You can't be bugging.
Bro, that shit was bugging. Oh my God. Hit trying to walk across. But, I mean, nightlife is, well, at least for where I went, like, so I'll probably been in Omaha's nightclubs, in Kansas City. I think my most favorite was probably Kansas City, just because it's like the power light district and like how everything is kind of.
I need to go there now that
how everything's kind of outside and just right there. It's a pretty good time. It's pretty fun if you go there. Now I recommend don't go in there blacking out drunk, because I don't remember a whole lot after I did that. But like when I was sober, went there that day. That was pretty cool. I definitely recommend it. That was since you just went out not too long ago.
You've been living your best life.
I was OKC bars and nightlife.
We really just went to one that was across from our hotel. We went there numerous amount of times. People were very chill, so kept going back. One thing I will say is in OKC, I felt like a lot of people minded their business a lot more. Like, you just go on your day, go about your day, and everybody's on the same page. Here, I feel like, I don't know, if you do something, someone's always watching you or something like that. Like, people are always paying attention to what you're doing. I don't know. I don't like that vibe. It's like, why are you watching me? Pretty much. But it was cool in OKC.
Yeah, it's like
part.
kind of hard to relax when people do that too. But yeah. I guess I'm always that person, like, kind of people watch. But like, that's like, I got that definitive like big brother type of mentality. Like, I'm trying to make sure everybody has a good time. Like, hey, oh, niggas, like, I always notice, like, oh, that's a big ass circle. They finna fight or some shit. Like, hey, yo, let's get over here. So we out the way. Have you been out anywhere or?
Yeah.
Like, outside the state, I guess.
Outside the state, honestly, the only place I went out like nightlife was like my small town in Mexico.
Okay, how was that? That seems like that could be interesting.
I mean, there's only like one nightclub there. There's a bunch of like shady people, like cartel people around, so you can't really do much.
Right.
You can't black out,
like,
but
that's crazy.
That's just legit, huh? Like, you could.
Didn't you see
it's
somebody?
bad.
Didn't you see someone get kidnapped like broad
Well,
daylight?
Yeah. No, my mom.
That's what I'm saying. It's legit, as in like, hey, like that shit is really happening.
Yeah, no, like we were the plaza, the main plaza in the town, and like I was on one side, and like two guys came in like in an armed truck, like a whole squad of them. They just picked some kid up, and I didn't even know.
Oh,
no one said anything.
What came?
So everybody just kept casually just.
Yeah, everyone, like my mom just told me, was like, yeah, they kidnapped somebody. We were eating, and I was like, what the hell? I'm saying, why didn't anybody do anything?
Like, what do you say? Like, you can't, like,
you know,
man, stop.
I mean, if you see the police there, they're all like overweight guys and shit. They're like eating tacos, man.
They'll take money from you.
I also heard they get paid by the. Like,
Well, we got
pay the government too, type shit.
I mean, they get paid shitty money. Like, they're not gonna risk their life for like $13 or something.
Especially if the cartel can pay more.
Yeah, no. We almost got a traffic ticket, and like my cousin like bought this guy a Coke, and like he just like fucked off. Yeah.
Jesus.
Not even like actual cocaine.
No, I got like a bottle of Coke. Yeah, it's like, I'll buy you a Coke. And you just like, all right, just don't do it again.
That part is like
Don't do it
2
again.
passes right there.
Yeah, so.
We're looking at a 2-liter Coca-Cola right
No,
now.
they'll just pull you over and take stuff from you. My uncle, he's this big black dude. While we were there, he's like, hey, like, I need to see your identification. He saw you had a pack of cigarettes. Like, give me some of those cigarettes. I'll let you go. It's not real.
That's crazy. That would be so weird if somebody just did this. Well, go ahead, bro.
You can't wear jewelry down there. My aunt, she works in Mexico City. She got to hide her jewelry like everywhere because when she got off the bus, like they just watch you. Whoever looks like they got money, they'll just stop you.
And just try to rob you. Wow.
It's not even a robbery. You basically are paying a toll when you pay to ride the bus. You're paying for your safety after you get off.
Your chain or your life.
Yeah.
They're gonna have a whole machine set up for you.
And I just got comfortable like wearing chains and jewelry and like stuff like.
Yeah, don't worry.
This man said it's a toll.
I tried to give my uncle a gold chain. From here I bought it. It was probably a couple $100. I tried to give it to him. He's like, "No, we can't wear that." I'm like, "Yeah, all right."
Bro, I don't want to be anywhere where I can't wear no accessories. Tyler, what's the next topic that you had for us? Leader.
So, have you guys listened to this album, this Cardi album yet? Whole Lot of Red. Have you listened to it yet?
Heard it's a whole lot of ass.
You think that?
Is Future on it?
See, this man loves some Future.
He kind of goaded. Like, Future is nice. You can't acknowledge that he's not.
I mean, I wasn't referencing. I was just saying because I seen Future put something on his story, and I was like, "Oh, is that the one we're talking about?" Because I don't know. I only listen.
I think
to
it
music
just came out yesterday, but like the reviews of it are not very good.
Is that the one that Mario Judah was talking about?
Yeah, I think that was the one that he was trying to get.
Mario Judah.
And then people were saying like, "Yo, Mario Judah is better than Playboy Cardi than Playboy Cardi."
That's crazy. But yeah, Future is on it, along with Kid Cudi and along with Kanye West.
I think when you have too many names on something, it tends to make it ass.
I mean, but that's only 3 names though.
But I'm saying though, you guys.
I think it depends
Other side.
on how it's put together, really.
But
It's an album.
I think like when you put like a bunch of people like certain kind of like with movies, you're kind of working off who's like these names on it. The movie might flop just because you're banking on all these popular names being on it.
But that's the thing, though. I think with Cardi's issue is like I've seen a statistic. It's either, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's either between 700 and 900 days since his last album, or since he announced this album. So everybody was expecting it, had these big expectations, and you get these big features like Kid Cudi, Future, and Kanye West. And then for it to be ass.
Bro, how do you have that much time to work on something?
Right?
It's like you put that much time to, like he sounds weird. Like, bro.
I don't know the drugs they be doing. I feel like he really do be doing it. Like, I don't know. I don't believe Future when he talks about drugs anymore. That nigga drinks like ionized water and everything. What's it called?
No, that nigga.
High pH water. I don't think he did.
Me and one of my friends at work, he used to work there now, but we used to roast Future, but we'd be like, damn, this nigga is depressed. Like, he's going through it. It's all these drugs and sadness he be talking about in songs. It'd be fire, but I'm like, damn, this nigga need a hug.
2015, he said, I know I'm gonna get my bitch back. Ain't got her back. I was like, Future.
Why am I going through it, bro? It's been 5 years. I don't know what Orlando used to always say, because I've been drinking that dirty type shit. Like, yeah,
Right.
that Cardi sounds like ass. But like the fact that we got Lil Uzi Vert, Playboy Cardi in the same year should be like a big celebration. One of them missed, and Playboy Cardi fans were like, shut up, shut up Uzi, we got Cardi, he's coming out, he's gonna kill you this year. That shit. I want to actually hear it for myself, but what I've heard so far, I've heard a few songs. Yeah, they ain't edgy. You listen to it?
Listen to about half the album. I'm not really.
Be honest.
He said, I'm not fucking with it.
It's an ass.
There's some beats on there I really fuck with, but as far as the whole
But you said beats though. Brother.
beats, yeah.
You ain't saying the artist, you ain't saying the lyrics. The
I fuck
beats.
with, I guess, all the artists individually. But yeah, as far as the album, I'm not really fucking with it. As far as I've heard.
Damn. And then like he put out a whack album, and then like his baby mama Iggy was going at him.
Did you see that shit last night?
She was going at his neck too. And then like somebody had a tweet and it was like Iggy expected Playboy Cardi to be a good father when he worships Satan, paints his nails black. Is this
you? That's not you.
And then like just all
No, that's actually you.
crazy.
I don't know
shit.
about that one.
Yeah.
Wait.
Y'all indicting yourself on the podcast.
Oh, we're having a side conversation, but
Have you listened to it yet, Tyler?
I was literally half asleep when it came out. Like I was literally on that couch, and then I saw that.
All right, future, relax.
And then I saw it drop. I was like, all right.
I remember I was playing Future and Tyler just turned it off in my car.
Wait, when?
This was like last year, the year before. We was going out to eat or something. And I was driving, and Future came on. You just like turned it off or changed the song. I was like, all right. And it was funny. Like I felt really valid one day because Caleb just like I listened to Future. I was like, yep, I'm trying to turn that up. I'll be sitting there, gotta keep the volume lower and make sure I keep them off my playlist when I get other people in the car.
We've been listening to Future. I don't know what was up with me that night. I know what you're talking about, but
I don't know what was going on with you.
I was just sad that night. I didn't want to hear anything.
So what's the next topic?
So about this stimulus that's coming out, you
The
boys.
stimmy?
What?
The stimmy?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Honestly, I feel
Whether
like
it be 2,000 or 600, how are y'all gonna spend the stimulus? Because I already got my plans.
I need
what I
the
want.
two. I need the two. So whatever we can do to get the two, I'm with that. But I also feel like Donnie's just prolonging it. It's like I'm gonna just keep this shit going.
I don't even know
Y'all
if it's
ain't
gonna
get it
happen.
when y'all get it.
It might not honestly
It's
happen.
supposed to issue for February. That's why I've been reading in like.
February, we need that now.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I was still working and everything in light of the pandemic, heavy quotation. And I was like, yeah, I got my stimulus. And a customer's on the phone. She's like, but wait, you're still working. I was like, oh, but my wife lost it. I'm not married. Like, mind your business. I need my bank account stimulated also.
That shit was
Hey,
lovely, but
hey, my wife took all the money, emptied my bank account, took the dog too.
But I do think we're gonna get it. But I just think it's blasphemy that they say, oh, I wish I knew her name so I could add a dumbass. But like she fucking said,
Oh,
so-
Pelosi?
I don't know if it was her or not. It was like in the government. She's like, oh, 600 is enough for a family. I'm like,
Oh, I think it might have been
Probably Pelosi.
Yeah, Nancy Pillow Cheeks.
Pelosi.
bro, like, how you gonna say 600? Mind you, this is like over the like months too that we got the first one. So it's like, how can you say that's enough?
Bro,
Like,
other countries been giving out $2,000 a month. France is like
Yeah.
covering the bottom line.
Well, they also-
Businesses
people,
too, yeah.
but-
No. I mean, they have like a very good welfare state though.
and motherfuckers, America ain't shit, low key. Like, I love it here,
the
but
third world country with the Gucci belt.
wow.
We're one debit card transaction from getting declined.
Pretty much. I look at that U.S. debt billboard sign every time I pass on the south side on the airport.
So then, wait, what are you gonna spend your stimulus on?
Well, my bottles are getting lonely.
I will beat you the fuck up. If you spend that much money on fucking some alcohol, I come here and it's just the whole desk is just full of shit. I'll beat you up.
Club Libra. It's just going-
Shout out to Shannon Sharp.
But I honestly haven't thought about it yet because there's a lot of bills that still need to be paid.
I'm just hoping that I can. So, like, my goal is to completely pay off everything that I owe in Arizona, which could be possibly done next month, depending on how I manage my money.
Yay.
And then if we do get it in February, I just want to keep that in my wallet. Like, I want to be able to have that $2K in my
I was about
account
to say that.
and stuff like that, and just hold on to it because I want to eventually like move out, get a place, things of that nature. So if I could just keep that and not have to spend it on like anything like as far as bills and nothing like that, that would be real nice. What about you guys?
College debt.
Man, I got some of that too.
Shit.
That's not gonna be fun.
Yeah, I thought about it. If it's the 2000, probably I really thinking about saving it, but there's also some other things I could do with it. Like I might just use it to plan my next move and just go somewhere. Just because I just tired of being in Arizona. Don't really feel like being in Iowa.
You've
I mean,
only
I
been
do.
there for a year.
Bro, you
A year's long enough.
A year is long enough to know if you want to be somewhere or not.
Yeah, that's true.
Plus, technically, I've been there for 2 years. I moved in 2019, and it's already hit my first year last July.
Right,
And I still got a lease that's not up till like September, October.
right.
So, I mean, I think my smartest move would be to save it, like Brian said, because, you know, when again am I going to get money like that just to keep to myself and actually put in saving and like my account accrues save, like earning interest on it? I might as well put that money to work for me and not touch it and everything. Cause that's my problem. The moment I get money in my hand, I'll be ready to spend it.
Bro, I'm so fucking piss poor at money management, I swear.
Me too. And another thing, also, a thing that just scared me that I just thought about on the random is if that shit does come out in February, I usually do my taxes around February. And since like this has been a weird year and I've been getting unemployment, like, nigga, I might have to pay all that 2,000 in taxes.
Fuck.
I didn't think about that.
I was like, oh man, I hope taxes are real nice to me. What about you, big baller over here? What you finna do with the 2K?
This man has 2 credit cards.
Save it up.
10,000 on each card.
Probably take it to use another trip, huh?
Nah, not. I've been around a lot lately, so probably just chill out and save it, use it towards something else. Haven't decided yet. Haven't really thought about it.
Caleb probably the best with money here.
Yeah, honestly, he might be compared to Brian. Never mind.
I mean, I don't even be minding. I'll be just paying my bills, honestly. If I didn't have fucking bills or college debt, like, I would be pretty good with my money.
We all in the same boat.
Alright, well, how much college debt you up?
I think about 2 or 3K left. Not
Really?
much.
What about you? That's actually really good.
24,000.
I paid out of pocket for mine, so mine was paid off over time. So, well, I had the luxury of a dad who paid my way through college. So,
Shit, I'm 30, I think.
30?
30,000?
My whole muscles tightened up.
What y'all think I'll be celebrating for? I got
goosebumps.
I got stress and bills. That's all I got. That shit sucks.
Bro, you know when every time somebody says something like a high ass number like that, I just think of Everybody Hates Chris. Dad.
I need to keep a photo of him in my wallet. Just taped to my debit card.
That's your wallpaper or something.
That shit,
Or Mr. Krabs.
that shit hurts. Hopefully I can pay it off soon. Obviously this year I hadn't paid anything on it because they deferred it to like next year.
Would you be mad if it
You
was?
might get luck though. My fault.
Would you be mad if it was like just $600?
No, I wouldn't be mad, but
Either way, it's
Still more than
it
what
helps, but it's
Still
not,
more
it's
than
not
what I got.
helpful as 2K, all right, anything in the thousands. If it could just bump it to 1,000, I'll just be happy. Like anything to where it's a significant amount of money, because almost like how they say now, like $100 is really like 20 now. If I'm being honest, like that, you know what I mean? Like after a while, you're just kind of like, this.
I don't know.
I've never in my life now that I'm like old enough to realize like what money is. I've never in my life actually like noticed myself spending $100. Like it's just one of those things where like oh 120, okay, cool, like it's going out of my bank account. Like I never noticed that.
The one thing that is
$20 is a lot though. Let's not. I don't know. I could feed myself for a week on $20. That's why I like.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass serious. Yeah, bro.
what you
I literally get a bunch of chopped up like steak bits that people use for stews and everything. Then I get a bag of chicken breasts. That's like $6 or $7. Then I get a box of rice that's like $1 or $2, and that feeds me for almost a week, 2 weeks.
I know your girlfriend hate when you cook chicken and rice again. God damn.
She hated. She really hated.
That's funny. But yeah, I wanted to pay off my debt and make payments on it, but the shit was not there when I tried to look it up, so I really don't know how
I was gonna say they might cancel it. I don't know. Biden's plan is to wipe like $50K per student or whatever.
But it was $10K.
No, it's like he said like 50.
Oh, Well, if he did, well, then, oh shit, my president then.
Shit.
You forget Bernie then. No. Biden's old ass.
Biden's about to come into the office, man.
I'll dap that nigga up, my nigga. 50K.
I will rep Biden if he actually stimulates everything. I did not like him, but if he actually came through like that for everybody,
I'll be like, yo, actually,
Biden.
can I get the remaining money that she was going to use to wipe up the debt? I mean, it's 50K, you know what I'm saying? And you got to go somewhere. Like, let me get that. Like, god damn. What is the last topic? Okay.
Last one is. Oh shit. What do you guys want to do in 2021? Like, what do you want for yourself?
Financial independence. I really don't like. Well, I mean, like there's levels to it. I don't really like the idea of working for another company, putting my hours in for like limited pay. I really want to start doing something else. Like I really thought about doing my own clothing brand, but it's going to be like fitness related. Like like every state kind of has like its own logo based off like gym equipment and everything. But it's just really just put my mind to work because I realized we spent like I deleted most social media. I only have Instagram and TikTok now, and even then I'm thinking of getting rid of that because I spent 6 hours a week on social media, and I was like, all that 6 hours, that was a part-time job. So
I was wondering what happened to you on Snapchat.
You're gonna have to get it back if you're gonna utilize the business and stuff like that. Because how else you gonna promote it? You know what I mean? Like, especially with like nobody going nowhere, you're gonna need different ways to promote it. Social media is a good way to market. So,
but it would be solely for marketing purposes. Like, there's this personal trainer, or they call him Coach Teo, and everything. He literally has it scheduled like 20 minutes 3 times a day for social media. Then after he's done,
I believe it.
And it's like he makes good money, has his own fitness app, everything. And I'm just like, well, why don't I just make these social media accounts for the business, and then I keep myself off it? Because I noticed I was going insane keeping up with all these different things, what people's doing. I like knowing what my friends are up to, but at the same time I was like, that's not putting money in my pocket. And so I want to be more like financially lit. Like I've already invested stocks in like Disney Plus and Netflix, so like I just want to get more like money focused, because I don't like thinking, oh yeah, once this check comes in, I can pay my rent, pay this bill. I don't want that for myself no more. It's just like a whole lot of burden comes from not having that financial literacy. I did an interview the other day with a friend of mine. He was talking about it, and it's like, you know how much money people waste on things daily that you could put towards other things and have that money circulate instead and make more money for you? Like, I've already earned like 10 cents, so I just want to keep it going in 2021. Also travel more. I realize I don't do enough traveling, and I see everybody else flying out. I see Kalob being everywhere. I get jealous. I would get jealous, like, man, I hate that.
That man's on a job.
But damn, me too.
Yeah, I'm out there working, man. It's not just a little play.
But he gonna show it on
When I was in
Snap.
OKC, we was working for real 10, 12-hour days every day or something like that, something crazy.
I would drive you nuts.
But I like being outside and doing stuff like that, so it's not really bothering me. Plus, we're out of town, so what else do I gotta do out there anyway?
So what are you wanting or expecting for your 2020?
Hopefully some big changes, like Cesar said. Financial independence, what we should all be working for right now, honestly, especially with the pandemic going on, trying to get back right financially. I like my job, but like I said earlier, I don't think it's something that I would want to be doing for the rest of my life, so trying to work towards another passion and figure out what that is.
What about you?
Financial stability, mental health stuff, get to a better place than I am right now. So, yeah, it's working on myself, really.
And Tyler?
Bro, I'm just trying to make sure these therapy dollars don't go to waste.
Yeah,
I'm out here just trying to be me. I've learned to accept the fact that I am what I am. And as hard as it may be to change some of the kinks in me, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just you gotta want it, and
you're just trying to be a better person for yourself.
That and other people around me, because I'd be
fuck everybody else, honestly. I mean, I say that in the most disrespectful way possible. Like, I don't know,
because I'd be a real fuckhead.
You gotta live with yourself is the thing. If you don't like who you are,
that's the hardest part.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. Like, put yourself first. I know I'm more of a giving person, so working on that too, putting myself first. Because at the end of the day, you gotta live your life. So
I shouldn't, like, at least with my 2021, I shouldn't be this way, but I want to try to, like, change my mindset towards, like, more statistical goals. Like, one thing I know I want for the podcast is, to be honest, it might sound toxic, it might sound crazy, it might sound idiotic. I want 20,000 followers for the podcast. I think that's definitely possible. It's just I got to get better at marketing and promoting the podcast and the sound quality of the podcast.
You could start doing, like, Zoomcasts, you know, where you...
True, and that'd be another way to get more people, but Tyler's technology illiterate. Like, I don't think this nigga has a laptop or anything we could utilize for a Zoom call.
Damn, just fuck me, right?
I got my...
Do you?
I got a MacBook Pro.
So would you be down for a podcast where we could just shoot it over the thing?
Done.
All right, you
good?
All right.
Set up shop.
Word. Y'all heard it here first. That's how I said that.
I'd like to do it too, honestly. I got my MacBook and everything. I like, you know... I was thinking about doing a podcast. I started one Sunday.
I need a better one though. But like, yeah,
That's the Air.
I got the Air from 13, but
I got the Air from 15. I mean, that's not much better.
Yeah, I need one more space, and like now that I actually learn like specs and things of that nature too. So I need to do that, and also another thing I need to do is like hit these numbers and these goals and these aspirations that I have. I also need to be that nigga I know I can be. Like, there's a reason. Call it cocky, call it conceited, call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. There's a reason that God made me see the world through my eyes for a reason. Like, I feel like I genuinely am supposed to be, either supposed to be the greatest person I could be, or just an ain't shit dude. And I don't know yet. Unless God come down here himself and say, hey, you ain't shit, I'm going to keep going to try to be this person that I know I can be. And hopefully I can achieve that. But we got to start doing it in 2021. Just hitting goals.
A lot of people have been holding themselves back, honestly.
That too. And then, like you said, like, I want to get more into stocks because I had an epiphany one day. I was just thinking, I was just like, and I don't mean white people like this, but I mean, for lack of a better term, white people. Like, I was sitting there thinking, I'm like, damn, bro, they got all this money in stocks and investments and things of that nature. And like I legitimately have like family members who I think are smart and I depend on, and I care for, and I love, and I look at like leaders. Ain't none of them niggas touching stocks, investments, or nothing like that. And I'm just like, this is an untapped world. Granted, it's risky. And like day trading and stuff like that. Like, it's a risky business and it's hard to learn, hard to master. But like, this is millions of dollars that we're just not investing in at all. Like, we're not.
They also have the generational wealth that, you know, they had built up over time that we don't have.
But I mean, like, even then, you could save for $100 of betting or $100 spent at the club drinking. Like, we could invest in that. And I don't even want to be one of those smooth talking brothers that have the suit and tux and like, oh, you could do so much better with. I'm not trying to be one of those people. I'm just trying to find my lane. Like, I'm the biggest believer of just.
Caleb, ain't you in that?
Like,
one of those?
What?
One of those like one of those things, those programs to get money.
Like money market, or
like money market, yeah.
Yeah, those are actually a really good investment because you just.
Not right now. I'm not doing anything like that right now.
But like, my biggest thing was just like, I just want to be like in my lane and killing it. Like, I think like Fabulous or like Rick Ross or Pusha T. Like, Pusha T has been a rapper and killing it for like 20 years. So it's Fabulous. Like, I just need something I know that could guarantee me 20 years of success and like a perfect lane to where everybody's happy, healthy, and I have my own stuff. And then like, yeah, just be that dude. That's it. So this has been a good podcast. It's actually the first time we ever had 5 people on the podcast, so that's super sick.
Talking at the same time.
Anything that you want to say, anything you want to promote, shout out, anything before we close?
Not really.
He just did this. Well, for me, Caleb just did this waving
I
motion.
thought we was gonna pass it to one of them.
Nah, bro, I threw it. You clearly see I threw
it to
the
me,
lie.
but I was not ready yet.
It's the closing statements.
You gotta get ready, baby.
Bro, we have female listeners. If you want to, you know what I'm saying, donate your cash app, like whatever.
Whoa.
It's just close. Shut up. It's just closing statement. Like, it's our guess.
You ain't donating anything out here to these women, are you?
If you want to pro Snapchat, whatever you
Shout out
want.
to all the friends and fam. Y'all know who y'all are.
I don't.
Bro, if we can hear the change on the podcast.
Hopefully, I get my bag this 2021. Appreciate the future supporters. And yeah, we just gotta get rolling.
And then you would like to promote or say your closing statement?
Thanks for having me on.
Anytime. You would like to say?
Yeah.
You pulled out the phone, so you might get your shit off.
Get on.
I was honestly just gonna say, thanks for having me. Cesar Aguilar, don't forget the cash sign.
He said, "I'm ready to go."
I was just trying to say promote whatever.
I was just joking. That's a joke. Don't send me no money. I'm doing all right. But
fuck that. I'm doing terrible. Send me money.
Hey, send me my third stimulus.
But what I'll say is, take your multivitamins, cook at home, drink water, and get plenty of sleep.
You don't even take your multivitamins.
Yeah, I do.
You don't. You barely cook.
Tyler, is there anything you want to say to the podcast listeners for this episode?
I want to say once again, let me reiterate, like I do every single other podcast. Please, please, please get your mentals straight for 2021. Please do that.
That's the only thing you want to say?
I'm trying to keep it straightforward. They know. They know what
I
it is.
respect it. I respect it. My last closing opening statement, whatever you want to call it, is
And Merry Christmas to all.
Merry Christmas.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays. Does anyone else want to interrupt my last segment? Anyway, what I was going to say is please be sure to rate this podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts to raise it up the algorithm. Even if you don't like this podcast, even if you hate this podcast, send it to somebody else that might listen to it, might fuck with it, and really like it. Whether that's your mom, your auntie, your grandma, your dad, your uncle, cousin, whatever, whoever. Just promote the podcast. A share, a retweet on the story, and there's 5 of us here. I better see 5 stories with the podcast on it, and y'all gonna be on the fucking podcast. Just show the love. Show the love. Show the love. And yeah, man, we got another episode coming to you maybe this week, potentially. And then I don't know what we're gonna do next week. I'm gonna have a New Year's podcast, possibly, Tyler.
Fuck yeah.
I guess so. But love you guys. Until next time. Bye.